So as we've come this day together, and as the words that have come out that have been expressed, we all carry a responsibility, each and every one of us, choices to make, decisions to make as we take footsteps away from this riverbank. And as the future is coming to unfold before all of us, the advocacy for responsible decisions, the advocacy to understand the reality of the history of the present moment, as my good friend Peter Dorico, my other good friend Stephen Newcomb would say when it comes to the advocacy of the truth-telling exercise of how the history of the present moment has materialized. And when we come to understand by the act of the placement of the American flag, the bearing of a few coins, a lot of things have happened since that day. So each and every one of us, as I had stated earlier, regardless of background, race, creed, origin, religious belief, however it is, collectively we're going to have to come together, put our minds and our hearts, our spirits together, and develop a future that we can believe that our children, our collective children, once again, from all backgrounds, can live in. And so I just want to thank each and every one on this beautiful day that have come together to hear the words and to hear the call for action for the removal, once again, of Dalles Dam, Bonneville Dam, John Day Dam. And we understand that there's great challenges that will come forth. But we live in a great age. And if only we were to call upon the great scientific minds, the great engineering minds, the great minds of how, as it was expressed earlier, progress and progression moves into the future. There is a way to materialize a balance by which the natural state and more free-flowing manner of this Enchiwana should be, and all the resources and entities, including us, the people, benefit from this natural resource. Collectively, we're going to have to call ourselves to task and develop a future by which all things can coexist. And if we all understand the truth with regard to how history has materialized the history of the present moment, we will be that much more motivated to develop a future that's based upon a greater truth that has a foundation to be of the benefit of all. And so with that, I thank each and every one that is here today. And I hope and I pray that the future that is wished will develop. So on this Indigenous Peoples Day, you got to be careful, because my brother Steve Newcomb will say Indigenous is a word defined on the world level of a people who acknowledge a subjugation of domination. So as my elder, Karen Jim Whitford, had expressed to me, ever mindful we must be in the manner in which we identify each other. Native nations. We did not acknowledge a subjugation to be imposed upon us by a false religious decree or an assertion historically imposed upon our lands, our peoples, and our resource to have a future that diminishes our reality, that shortens our existence. Because if our resources leave us, the native people of this land will follow. So with that, we will conclude, and I thank everyone once again. We're going to have a prayer here offered by our brother, and when that is finished, I'll be calling upon my elders and my brothers here. We have a ceremony to finish ourselves. While the brother sings here, that's open, and when that finishes, we're going to ask that all the recorders and cameras be turned off for the ceremony that will follow. And I want that to be strictly adhered to, because what will follow with regard to our ceremony is not up for recording It's not up for to be written about or anything in that manner. Okay, Laukash.
Masyam, Nishtala Chaskiya, Pizza Salalu,
Would that be how you spell it?
Pizza Siatlam,
How would you spell it?
N apostrophe N apostrophe
Haista Konasanat Tacho,
Chi, capital CHI
Aqualia,
apostrophe
Suitzen, Ohilip,
W, capital W
Koneslang Nuk, Tia Nishtala.
A N A.
Dear friends, relatives, elders, and respected women, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. And I want to share a prayer song. This song, it brings the people together.
Thank you. Thank you for being
Stand
here.
strong together.
I'm so sorry.
It says, Church Fulfullet.
There's nothing to be sorry about.
Anet Satchel, Nakwilna,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not a,
Sizzling, Quanquam,
this is an opportunity.
Church Fulfullet, and
So there's-
Can I add one little piece?
And those words they mean, my highly respected people.